Hi friends, Namaste. So the most important and significant astrological event of the decade is about to happen on a very auspicious day of this year. 22nd April is Akshaya Tritiya, and on this date Jupiter is leaving Pisces and entering into Aries sign. Now you might say that Jupiter changes sign every year, so how this event is going to be most significant event of a decade? Jupiter changes signs every year, but it completes its cycle in 12 years, which is going to happen now. So Jupiter starts its cycle from Aries and completes it in Pisces, and it takes 12 years for Jupiter to complete that. So this year, 22nd April, Akshaya Tritiya, Jupiter is starting its new cycle from Aries. And because it is Akshaya Tritiya is considered the most auspicious muhurta or most auspicious day of the year. Reason being, anything that starts on this day never perishes. It always sustains. And Jupiter will start to bestow its blessings on all of us in a new cycle from 22nd April. So we can expect that the Jupiter's blessings will be available, will be bestowed upon all of us for the entire 12 years. So whatever happens in your life, very simple remedy, pray to your Guru, worship Gurudev, and you will see that how every problem has been taken care of. You might face challenges during these 2 years, but rest assured, because Jupiter's transit is beginning on Akshaya Tritiya, nothing wrong will happen to you. You will sail through all the troubles. And friends, believe me, Jupiter in Aries itself is a very good news. Every 4 years, Jupiter comes to a point when it transits through Gandanta. Now, Gandanta is a point, it's a junction point of a watery sign and a fiery sign. So, every 4 years, Jupiter transits through a Gandanta. This year also, Pisces is a watery sign, Aries is a fiery sign, and Jupiter currently is transiting through Gandanta. So when Jupiter is transiting, and you know what happens at junction of fire and water, there is always a lot of steam. So whenever Jupiter transits through this point, you will feel a lot of steam, lot of frustration, lot of dissatisfaction in some or the other area of your life. Especially these 2 or 3 months, and you often take a wrong decision and commit to something which is not good for your future in longer run. So whatever scar Jupiter gives while traveling through Gandanta, as soon as Jupiter gets into Aries, it starts healing. Aries starts with the nakshatra of Ashwini Kumaras, Ashwini Nakshatra. Ashwini Nakshatra is the nakshatra of healing. And the most benevolent planet, when transits through Ashwini Nakshatra, it bestows a lot of healing at physical, mental and spiritual level. So if you have been going through some very difficult time in the past, especially from the past couple of months, 2-3 months, it's a good time for you. Now you will see amazing healing in the coming few months, and all the scars, all the difficulties, all those negative experiences which has gone deeper into your memory, you will feel relaxed, relieved and healed from all those experiences. So on one hand, Jupiter is transiting into Aries, bringing a lot of good news. But on the other hand, we already have Rahu present in Aries for almost last 1 year. Rahu in Aries, Aries is a sign of war, as we all know, and Rahu is something which aggravates everything, explodes. And Rahu in Aries, of course, when we actually look at the Rahu's movement, Rahu moved from Taurus to Aries. So from Kritika Nakshatra of Sun to Bharani Nakshatra ruled by Yama, and now to Ashwini Nakshatra ruled by Ashwini Kumaras. Rahu's eternal desire is to eclipse Sun. Sun and Rahu, they are going to meet very soon in Aries, and this desire of Rahu will be fulfilled. And Ashwini Kumaras will be healing Rahu from all the wars effect and Jupiter from the Gandanta effect. And Ashwini Kumaras are anyways sons to Surya. So the situation is not as troubling as apparently it sounds like. Another important point to consider here is Rahu is already present in Aries. So whatever part of your life Aries rule, you have been facing a lot of chaos. If Aries rules your profession, your work profession will be facing a lot of chaos, a lot of restlessness, a lot of frustration. All these things have already been happening from last 1 year. If it is ruling your relationship, then the same thing you can see in relationship or in your family. Same thing. Rahu's effect is very evident in one or the aspect of your life. Now Jupiter is joining Rahu. There are two ways the Guru Chandal Yoga formed. One is when Jupiter is in a Rashi and Rahu joins in. So there is already order and sattva in one place, and suddenly the chaos enters in and everything disrupts. The other way is Rahu is already creating a lot of chaos and disruption. Jupiter joins in, bringing in hope and positivity. So this is the second kind of Guru Chandal Yoga which is happening from 22nd of April, where Rahu is already there in Aries. It has already caused a lot of chaos, lot of disruption, but now Jupiter is entering, bringing a lot of hope and positivity. So Rahu and Jupiter together is never a desirable position because it weakens the benevolence of Jupiter. However, when things are already at its worst, some ray of hope, some ray of positivity is always welcome. Pray to Guru, do a lot of spiritual practices, read some good religious spiritual texts like Bhagavad Gita, Ashtavakra Gita, and listen to what your Guru says. If you have a spiritual master in your life, fantastic. Even if you do not have, listen to what your mentors are saying. Do not disrespect them. And you will see that this Rahu-Jupiter junction will not cause any trouble. And anyways, post-September, Rahu will change its sign and Jupiter will start bestowing its best results of being in Aries. Another important thing about this transit of Jupiter from the nakshatra of Ashwini Kumara is Jupiter is knowledge and Ashwini Kumaras represent the field of medicine. And Rahu also being there now. Rahu is all about research and innovations. So Jupiter Rahu in the nakshatra of Ashwini Kumaras is an indication that there is some breakthrough in medical field which is expected during this year. Some vaccination or some drops, because if we actually look at Rahu's way of giving results, Rahu depends on Ketu. So wherever Ketu sits, it picks up things, good things from there, good, bad, everything from there, and delivers it to where Rahu is sitting. Probably some drop or some liquid medicine which will come into picture, which will work as a miracle medicine or will be a kind of breakthrough in the field of science and medicine. This we can expect during Guru Rahu transition. The markets may be little volatile, ups and downs can be seen. However, with Jupiter being retrograde, things are going to be little more volatile somewhere around September, October, November. And post that, when Rahu has also moved its sign, Jupiter is also direct in its Rashi, things are going to exalt. I think the markets will perform well after November and December this year. So now let's come to a very interesting part. Let's talk about how this Rahu and Jupiter's transit or Jupiter's transit in Aries is going to create different situations for different Rashi people. So let's begin with Aries or Mesh Rashi. Understand that what I'm going to share is basis your moon sign. So you have to look at where the moon is placed in your birth chart, which Rashi it is placed in, that's your moon sign. So this is going to be based on your moon sign or your ascendant or lagna, whichever is stronger. So you can listen to both the predictions and see for yourself where you can relate more, where things are more relatable to you. You can follow that prediction. So for Aries sign, Jupiter, Rahu, Sun, Mercury is also along with it. So there's a party going on. Of course, Rahu and Jupiter are going to stay for a little longer time. So we'll talk about the impact of Rahu and Jupiter in your sign. So Jupiter being in Aries will aspect your 5th house, 7th house and 9th house. The first thing is, if you have been going through some trouble, because Rahu has been troubling you from last 1 year, so I'm sure Aries people have been going through a lot of uncertainty, fear, doubts, negativity from past 1 year. With Jupiter coming in, you can rest assured that things are going to start to get better for you. However, things will totally subside only after September and October. September, October, when Rahu actually moves out of your sign. Until then, you can still feel a ray of hope. Something nice is starting, something is moving in a positive direction. Some positivity will dawn within your heart, and things will start rolling, whichever has been stuck. Apart from it, Jupiter and Saturn together will be impacting your 5th house. So there is a very interesting thing about Jupiter and Saturn. When they together impact any house, it is called double transit. So whatever has been waiting, whatever has been delaying for a very long time, now will start to happen. And for you, 5th sign is the sign of education for you. For Aries, this falls in the 5th house, which is the house of education and romance and creativity, of course, and children also. So you can expect some result in these areas. If you have been waiting to start an education, it will begin. If you are waiting for joining a college, a new course or a new program, this is a good time. Things will manifest for you. If you have been planning to have a progeny, a very good time in the next 1 year, you should plan it, and the Guru's and Shani's blessings are going to be there, and you'll certainly get some positive news, some good news. Apart from it, the 9th house is also aspected by Guru and Rahu together. So you have been facing some doubts about your mentors or your bosses. You might have some difference of opinions with your seniors at your work, or you might have some doubts about your own spiritual practices sometimes. Now is the time that the doubts will start to shatter and the real truth will reveal itself. So good time ahead for you, Aries. And the only thing here, we do not need to do any remedies. We do remedies when things are getting difficult. When things are getting positive, we try to enhance these things. So one very good upaya I would suggest, very good way to improve your Jupiter, especially when it is transiting through your Lagna, is that you should, every morning, you should take some turmeric milk, add some turmeric to the milk and have it every morning. We call it turmeric latte these days. So have turmeric latte every morning, and you'll see how Jupiter is going to strengthen and going to bless you with more and more wonderful things in life. For Taurus moon sign or Taurus ascendant, this transit is going to happen from the 12th house. If you have been planning to travel abroad for a very long time and it was not happening, I think this is the good time. This might work for you. This will happen. If you're planning to buy a property or a car and it has been delaying, a very good year to make such investments. From the 12th house, Jupiter is also transiting the 6th house, is also aspecting the 6th house. Ketu is already transiting the 6th house. So if you have been facing some health trouble from past few months or especially past 1 year, this is a time when you will start seeing some improvement. If you already have taken a lot of debts, this is the time you will start repaying your debts. So again, with the Jupiter entering into Aries, these are the aspects you can see some positive light in. If you are interested in learning yoga, if you're interested in learning any of the occult sciences like Jyotish, Vastu, Ayurveda, as a matter of fact, this is a very good time to start investing or start devoting some time of yours in learning these wonderful sciences. Making donations to a priest or to a guru will be very useful for Taurus ascendant or Taurus moon sign people. It will strengthen your Jupiter, and the blessings of planet Guru will increase in your life. Now let's talk about Gemini moon sign or Gemini ascendant. So for Gemini moon sign or Gemini ascendant, this transit will happen in The 11th house, a very benevolent house, a very good house. It is the house of fulfillment of desire. So when Jupiter transits this house, of course, Rahu has also been helping you. Now Jupiter going there will also make sure that your desires are fulfilled. Though you might feel that there are some contradicting desires. You want this and you want that, and these are contradicting. But end of the day, you will be able to find some solution to it. Towards the end of this year, you'll have some clarity about it, and all your desires will be fulfilled. It is a very good time to earn money, make new friends. Go all out for it. Jupiter is also aspecting your third house, giving you a lot of new opportunities to travel. If you want to start something new, start a new project, or start a new YouTube channel, as a matter of fact, do something wonderful on social media. Very good year this year. Planets will support you. Gurudev Brihaspati's blessings will be upon you to prosper and to grow in whatever new thing you start. In addition to it, your fifth house, if you're planning for progeny, again, this is a good time. And if you're planning to start something new in your education, this is again will be very helpful time for you. From the 11th house, Jupiter also aspects the 7th house. So this is again a good time to initiate some relationship. It may not turn into a commitment, but you will get a lot of proposals, and the environment and the energies around will support you, will help you in finding a good companionship during this time. For Gemini ascendant, a very good remedy would be to raise some funds, to raise some donations for spiritual or religious cause, or to help people, to help the needy ones. If you are able to raise some donation, not just donating yourself, raise some funds, be part of a project wherein you have to raise some money, some funds for a bigger cause to help others. That will be a very good remedy during this time to do for Gemini ascendant to get maximum blessings of Devaguru Brihaspati. Now let's talk about Cancer ascendant or Cancer moon sign. For Cancerians, this transit is going to happen in the 10th house. This is the house of profession or the karma. So I'm sure with Rahu being in your 10th house from past 1 year, things have been too chaotic at your work. Now with Jupiter coming in, there are two possibilities. If your birth chart indicates a strong and auspicious Jupiter, then you will be able to cut through all the chaos through your positivity and will be able to bring some orderliness at your work. But in case if your Jupiter is not very strong in your chart, you would want to leave the organization you're working for or leave the project you're working on. The best upay to come out of this situation is to get engaged into some kind of teaching. If you are an Artofliving teacher, fantastic, teach as many programs as you can. If you are not associated with Artofliving or not a teacher, I would suggest engage yourself in any kind of teaching or training job. If your profile or your job at your work can give you such opportunities, fantastic. Or else just join some NGO and start teaching on some day, fix a day and go to some schools and start teaching there. Teaching, training is going to be a very, very important factor for Cancerian this year to improve and strengthen your Jupiter. And with this, the blessings of Jupiter will grow in your life. And as the Jupiter's blessings grow, as Jupiter enters into the sign of Aries, it will also aspect your second house. Your second house means this is the house of your family, this is the house of your bank balance. So if things have been a little dicey over past 1 year, now it is the time for you to resolve the differences within your family. If the expenses were a little too high, or the kind of liquidity you were expecting, you were planning to maintain, it has not been maintaining, now is the time to work on your investments and work on your family relationships. Jupiter's blessings will make things better for you in terms of family and finances. If you are planning to buy a property or a new car, probably this year will present you with a lot of good opportunities which you may want to explore. If there has been some issues with your mother's health, now is the time when she might recover from her health. Also, this is a good time to look for a new job. If you are planning to apply for a new job, or you have been looking for a job, you have not been working and looking for a job, this could be a very good time to start exploring it aggressively, because this 1 year will give you a lot of opportunity to start working. For Leo moon sign or Leo ascendant people, Rahu has been transiting your ninth house from last 1 year, so you have been facing a lot of differences with your seniors at your work, with your father at your home, and anyone whom you consider as your mentor. You have been getting doubts about their intentions towards you. Now is the time with Jupiter coming in. You will start to see the real picture. Things will improve between your seniors and you. Relationships will improve between your father and you. Utilize this time to bridge the gaps, to talk and discuss things, clear out all the misunderstandings with your seniors or with your father. It is highly advised that whenever you get a chance, you should travel, you should go for some Tirth Yatra or pilgrimage, go to some religious places. In case you are stuck in a situation when traveling to a religious place or spiritual place is not possible, make sure at least that you are going and meeting your guru. Just go and pay respect to your teachers, mentors. This will also help a lot during this period, and the blessings of Dev Guru Brihaspati will be abundant on you. While Jupiter is transiting through your ninth house, Jupiter is aspecting your Lagna and your fifth house. So this is covering the entire Dharma Trikona. So this is a very good time to go within, go inwards, do some introspection, swadhyaya, and understand your strengths better. If you wish to start something new, if you want to complete something which has been going on, this is a very supportive time in general, and you will be able to achieve whatever you have planned, whatever you have thought of, whatever sankalpas you have already undertaken, with the blessings of Gurudev. For students also, this is going to be a good year. A lot of positive influence of Devaguru Brihaspati will be upon you. If you are doing a graduation study, post-graduation study, or even if you want to go for a PhD degree, a higher study, this time is highly supportive for all Leo sign people. For Virgo ascendant or Virgo moon sign people, Rahu has been in your 8th house. Now Jupiter is also joining Rahu. Until now, Jupiter has been aspecting it through its 7th aspect, a very benevolent aspect to your sign. But now Jupiter is going in the 8th house. This may not be the best time of your life. Probably the next 1 year could be a little difficult. You will have a lot of doubt, uncertainties. You may doubt your own spiritual practice. You may doubt your own self. In astrologers' terms, this particular period is considered as the dark night of the soul. So you might not be able to connect with your true self. It is highly important that you should not take any important decision just by your own. If you have to take any important decision, it is always best to involve others. Talk to elders, talk to seniors, talk to your mentors, then only make an important decision. It is recommended for all Virgo sign people to get engaged into some occult practice, some yogic practices, I would say. Best would be to learn the Ashtanga Yoga, understand what are yamas, niyamas, what is pratyahara, how pranayamas happen, what is asanas, what is dharana, dhyan, samadhi. The moment you start engaging yourself in Ashtanga Yoga, you start going deeper into it, you will be insulated from all the negativity which might surround you during this 1 year. Apart from it, Jupiter is looking at your 12th house. 12th house is the house of foreign land. It is also the house of your guru's ashram. So if you plan to visit your guru's ashram, fantastic time. If you have been planning, this is the time it will manifest. If you plan to travel abroad, again, a very good time. Things will manifest this year for you. This is also a time to strengthen the family bond. With the blessings of Jupiter, though Ketu has been, last 1 year has been little difficult, there have been a lot of fights, quarrels happening in the family. Now is the time to settle everything. Now is the time to bring everything together. Jupiter's 9th aspect will be on the 4th house. So if you're looking to buy a property, if you're looking to buy a vehicle, a good time for you to go for it. For Libra moon sign, this will be the 7th transit. Libra sign people, you have been facing a terrible time from last 1 year, especially emotionally, as Ketu has been transiting your moon sign or your ascendant. And when Ketu transits the moon sign, it is emotionally a very difficult and challenging period. Now you will feel some relief. Things will not get over. Challenges are not yet over. They may continue for another 6 months, but at least you will find a ray of hope. Things are going to settle. Things are going to move in a positive direction. And especially in terms of your relationship, in terms of partnership, now is the time to take it to the next level. The bonding between the life partners will increase. The bonding between the business partners will also be better. If you have been doubting your business partners, if you have been concerned about the intentions of your partner, now is the time to clear everything and strengthen your faith and trust upon each other. For Libra moon sign people, this transit of Jupiter will also influence the house of gains and the house of initiatives. This may give you a lot of good opportunities to earn well. If you have been feeling stuck, you have not been growing financially, if your financial growth somewhere, if you think that if you're working and you think that your increment has not been happening or it has not been up to the mark, this year may bring a good news. It indicates some good financial gains for Libra moon sign or Libra ascendant people this year. If you're planning to start something new, again a good time. If you have been facing some differences with your siblings, a good time to resolve those differences and strengthen your bond. For Scorpio ascendant or Scorpio moon sign people, the transit of Jupiter will happen through your 6th house. And from this house, it is aspecting your 10th house and 2nd house. The entire, the trine of finance and career is getting the blessings of Dev Guru Brihaspati. So all those who have just completed their studies and are looking for a good job or who have been waiting to find a good job, a very good time. This 1 year you will find exactly what you have been looking for. If you have been facing some legal troubles from past 1 year, you might find some solution, some way out of it during this transit of Jupiter in Aries. It is highly advised for all Scorpio people to be engaged in some kind of Guru Seva. Be part of any project. Engage yourself in something, but do some Seva. Jupiter's transit through your 6th house along with Rahu will not make this Seva opportunity easy for you. You may have to go through a lot of chaos, a lot of troubles while you are going through this Seva, but know this, that this is going to be a very helpful period for you. You will be able to cut off so many past karmas just by engaging into Guru Seva, which is not going to be easy. But go through it and you will see how miraculously things will start manifesting in your career. A good time to have a look at your finances. If you're planning to travel abroad, a very good time for a leisure travel or for some religious or spiritual travel. If you have been going through some health issues which were not diagnosed properly, which are quite ambiguous and no doctor or nobody could actually pinpoint exactly what has happened, get the diagnosis done again after Jupiter moving into Aries sign. There is a possibility that now the right thing, the right problem can be caught by doctors, which until now they were not able to figure out. For Sagittarius ascendant or Sagittarius moon sign, this transit will happen in the 5th house As Jupiter moves into the 5th house and it aspects your 11th house, 9th house, and your ascendant, again, this is a very good time to strengthen your dharma. Go for higher studies. If you are a student and applying for a higher education and until now you have not been able to gain any success, now is a very good time to apply again, and you might get the college or university you have been aspiring to get into. It is highly advised for all Sagittarius people that during this time, if you are initiated into any mantra, you should make sure that you do maximum japa during this time. This 1 year, utilize this period to do daily japa, and if you can increase your japa by some percentage, or if you can double it, fantastic. This 1 year, your mantra practices will fetch you fantastic results. Those who are not initiated in any mantra, you may not get any opportunity to get initiated this year, but this is only for those who are actually initiated into practice. They should strengthen the practice during this year. This is also a good time to make new friends, make new acquaintances, improve or patch up the relationships between you and your seniors if there have been some differences in the past. It is also a good time to take care of your health. I'm not saying that you might face any health trouble, but this is a good time to be more aware about fitness and overall health and start working towards it. For Capricorn moon sign or Capricorn ascendant, this transit will happen in the 4th house, giving you a lot of good opportunities to buy a new property or buy a new car. Whatever you have been planning, the kind of things you have been looking for, the kind of property you have been looking for, you might get it and things will close. You will finally get the deal during this year. It is also very helpful if you're planning to start something at your work, in a new job or a new business. This would be a very helpful time, a good time which will support you in all your endeavors in your profession. For Capricorn ascendant or moon sign, the 8th house is also getting aspected by Jupiter. And Saturn is also going to aspect the 8th house. So when Jupiter and Saturn, they together aspect or influence any one house, things manifest. 8th house is related to inheritance also. So if you have been waiting, if you have been looking forward to get something in your inheritance, if something has been disputed and you have not got it yet, there is a good possibility that this year you might gain through inheritance. Apart from it, if you have been looking to start learning something in occult, want to start learning Jyotish or start learning Vastu Shastra, go deeper in Yoga Shastra, this year will be very helpful and you will actually be able to do it. For long distance travels also, things are very favorable for Capricorn sign. And there is a good possibility of growth in your existing job as well. It is highly advised for all Capricorn sign people to meditate on your heart chakra. It is called Sahaj meditation. So if you have not learned Sahaj meditation, I highly recommend you to learn this and start practicing it twice a day at least. This 1 year, you'll get a lot of Guru blessings if you're practicing Sahaj meditation twice a day. For Aquarius moon sign or Aquarius ascendant people, this transit will happen in the 3rd house of sibling, courage, initiative. So if you're planning to start something new, a very good time. If you're planning to start something online, something digital, a YouTube channel or a new Instagram page, a very good time to take all such initiatives. If there have been some differences with your younger sibling also, it is a good time to patch up the difference. Those who are looking to get married, there are good possibilities for Aquarians that you might find a partner and you'll be able to commit for life with each other. This is also a good time to reconnect with your guru, with your mentor. So whenever you get time, go and visit your guru or mentors. Make friends, make alliances. This is a good time. If you are into a business of public relations or mediating, negotiating, or bringing alliances together, this year would be very fruitful for you. A lot of gains are indicated. Overall, a very positive and happy year for Aquarians. For Pisces people, Jupiter has been transiting your sign, taking care of a lot of things, but now it is moving to the second house from your sign, where Rahu is already present. So, in the past 1 year, your food habits have been pretty irregular, or I would say, in some cases, toxic also. This is a good time to keep a check on it, to relook at your diet regime and fix it. This is also a good time or opportunity for you to look at your finances. Last 1 year, things have been little dicey. Now you'll get a lot of clarity. You might plan it more properly and will be able to manage and take care of your finances in much better way this year. If you have been looking for a job, again, some great opportunities will come and you will find a job of your choice and you'll start working. For Pisceans, you need to be a little careful towards the end of the year, as Rahu will move from Aries to Pisces in October. So that's when there is a possibility that you might go through some difficult time from October onwards. It is going to be a period of 1.5 years, and you will feel some uncertainty, some doubt, some fears for nothing. There is no actual ground for these fears to crop up, especially when Rahu is transiting. That's how Rahu works. It is more of an illusion. So I highly recommend you that you should not stop practicing your daily spiritual sadhana. If you are doing Sudarshan Kriya, it is often seen that when Rahu transits your Rashi, your spiritual practices break. Make sure you do not let it happen. If you are very disciplined, very committed to your spiritual practices, your pranayamas and meditations, then Rahu's energy will not overtake you, will not cause any harm to you. To make sure that things stay smooth for you and it doesn't break your sadhana also, I also recommend you start listening to the chants of Vishnu Sahasranam every day, starting from whenever you're listening to this. So, at least for 1.5 years, next 1.5, 2 years, you should listen to Vishnu Sahasranam every day, and you will be saved from the challenging period of Rahu which might come to you towards the end of this year. So that's all, friends. I hope this has helped you gaining a better insight about how the Guru transit is going to be, to break the myths about Guru Chandal Yoga. It is nothing to be scared of, especially when Rahu is in Aries, in Ashwini Nakshatra, and Guru is also joining it. So nothing to worry about that. And I hope you've got some remedies to work upon for this year. The general remedy, whenever Jupiter transits from one Rashi to another one, and anyways it is happening on Akshaya Tritiya day, which is a very auspicious day. So I hope that the entire 12 years of Jupiter's entire cycle will bestow a lot of blessings upon you. But to strengthen Jupiter, to make it even more auspicious, to gain more blessings, it is highly advised that you should never talk ill of any teacher. Anywhere you get learning from, anywhere you get any kind of knowledge from, never talk wrong things about them. First thing, if you want to keep your Jupiter in an auspicious place, to strengthen it further, it is highly advised that you appreciate, you pray, and you worship the Guru Tattva. If you can do Guru Pujas, Guru Mantras, in fact, Guru Paduka Stotram is also highly advised, especially for Taurus ascendant people. In fact, that will work miracles because it is the 12th house. The energy is there, exactly there in the Padukas. So with these remedies, anyways, Jupiter will strengthen. Do a lot of Guru Seva. Listen to the talks, knowledge talks. Listen to spiritual texts. Read spiritual texts. All these things will make sure that your Jupiter is very benevolent and it's bestowing a lot of blessings upon you. So with this prayer, may this transit will bring abundance, prosperity, spirituality, and a lot of Guru grace in all our lives. I'll take your leave. Thanks a lot. Jai Gurudev.